Subtitles. Subtitles are one of the most powerful attention-grabbing tools in short-form videos. They can make your videos aesthetic, they can make your edits feel smooth if you know them how to do them right. Over the past 6 months, I've delivered nearly 500 videos, and there is one system that helped me make subtitles consistently smooth. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how it works. In this video, you will learn how to create the smoothest subtitle on the planet in After Effects. I have two ways: a custom method that gives you a full control and a free plugin based method using the presets. And yes, your Iranian Dash even brought you the paid files. My name is Mershad and welcome to my first English video. I've been editing for about 1 year, gained almost 40k followers on Instagram and 8k followers on YouTube. I help creators and editors to make fire viral content with their editing. So if you want to learn After Effects and next level editing, don't forget to subscribe. Now let's jump into the main part. Okay, first thing first, follow my steps, guys. After downloading the file, you would have something like this. This is an WinRAR file. You can simply open it if you have Windows 11 or if you have WinRAR installed, and you can see that there is a textevo2.jsx.bin file inside it. Guys, simply just copy the textevo2 file and go through your local C drive, go through program files, Adobe After Effects, supported files, and look for something called a script. Here it is, scripts. Okay, you can simply just paste the file in a script UI panel and you're done. Okay, open up After Effects, and as you can see, you would have the script textevo2 in your script section. If you don't see this here, you can simply click install a script file and choose the file that we have extracted that was in textevo2 and choose the .jsx bin file, and it will install it for you and ask you to restart your After Effects. Great, now let's talk about how we can use the plugin to make an incredible smooth animation. First thing first, we grab the text tool and type something like subscribe. Open up the script using this script and textevo2 panel. It will bring up this little smooshy ass plugin UI panel for you. So let's talk about what each button do for you. Okay, from the top, this button will create an keyframe for you. What are the keyframes? This plugin works through keyframes. Okay, it will apply 2 keyframes that are going to be your animation, the text animation length. When you click on this first button, it will create 2 keyframes, and you can see that you have textevo on your effect control tab. Unlike any other plugins, you can create any custom animation just using this effect control textevo effect that you can see here. Okay, the second button is just going to delete your keyframes. The third one is just skip. Okay, the fourth one is very important. It says change based on mode. It means that it can change that if you want the animation to be on the words, the letter, or each line. So for example, if I have this simple animation, which is subscribe to Scully, and I click on this based on and put it on letter spaceless, it would be looking like this. And if I change it to words, and if I put it in words, it will be just applied to each word. Okay, skip the fourth button too. The fifth one is copying the selected or all text evo. What it means, it means that if you have another text and you want to simply just copy this animation and apply it to the other text, you can just you'll click on the first text, click copy, and click on the second text and click paste the copied effect. It will just copy and paste the text evo effect on another layer, but we are not going to do it this way. Just wait, bro, just wait, come on. Okay, this is the most important tab in this text evo plugin, the preset window. Yeah, you can make custom presets after just making one smooth text animation on a single text block. So you can simply create your own preset or have your own style for each one. As you can see, I've made some preset which I use regularly. I've named it through my client's name, like Tim and bottom words and this. So you will learn how to use it. Great. Now the question is how to create your custom animation and make it smooth. First thing first, you need to make a keyframe using this. Okay. Then you will head to this effect control panel and text evo setting, and you will open up transform. Every animation that we are going to make is gonna be inside transform tab. What this means is we are in first keyframe, which is mean the animation gonna be started from the setting that we are going to apply to transform. For example, if I open up the position and change the X value, which is gonna be like this, it's gonna be starting from the left side to the right side. Okay, the first keyframe, I click on this text, I go on transform, and I made the changes to the X position. And when I play the animation, it's gonna be like this. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna change how your animation gonna be started. Most of the animations that you see, they are coming from the bottom of the page to the top. So we are going to make some changes to the Y. As you can see, it's going down. Then we are going to reduce the opacity. When I play the animation, it's gonna be like subscribe to Scully. So how you gonna change it and make it to apply it to words? You can click on the fourth button, which was based on, and I will click on the words. And as you can see, I have these very smooth and clean animation on my text. You can also play with it and figure out the other animations too. Let's see. We have an expression in Persian which is saying, I'm not gonna give you the fish. I'm going to teach you how to fish. As you learned, you can create any text animation that you want just by going to the first keyframe and changing the transform parameters. You can see we have X, Y, and Z. Okay, so I want you to go and play with it and figure out multiple different animations. This is so easy. Just look, I can reduce the scale, put it to 0, and play the animation, and it's gonna be like this. Or I can make some changes to rotation and play the animation, and it's gonna rotate and scale up. Or I can mix all of them, like use X, then I can reduce the scale, I can make the opacity to 0, and I can have a mixed animation on my text like this. Great, now you can use it even on 3D layers. How you can do this is simply by changing your text to 3D, and you can click on switch between 2D and 3D. On this text evo panel, it will make it 3D. Then adding the text evo effect, you can go to the transform and position, and you can change the Z position, which is just for the 3D layers. And as you can see, it's going to make this very cool animation to my text. Okay, tips and tricks. How to make these as smooth as possible. Alright guys and gals, here is your first real tip for smoother subtitle. Step 1. Add a bit of blur to the transform inside your setup. How you can do this by simply going to the style button on the effect control tab, the effect style. You can increase the blur on your first keyframe. As you can see, I always make it to 15 or both of them to the 15. And as you can see, we are going to have a blurred text and it's gonna be smooth. The animation gonna be smooth as hell. Okay, this is so smooth. The second thing that you wanna consider is the motion blur effect on After Effects. You can just click on the motion blur, but remember, if you click on the motion blur while editing your video, it's gonna reduce your performance and make it super laggy. So just keep it for the end of the project. When you're done, finished, and you are going to export, you can go ahead and click on this motion blur to start the motion blur. And the third one is never be afraid to extend the length of keyframes that you have. Most people that start learning editing are going to put their keyframes right next to each other. What it does, it's gonna reduce the time that you are going to see the animation popping in the screen. You can simply extend the keyframes based on your video and play with the delay button is gonna make the animation to pop in the screen the time you want. How you're gonna do that is simply by going to the just play the video, and whenever you want the animation to be finished, let's imagine that you want the animation to end just right here. You are going to decrease the delay and see when the animation is gonna finish. Okay, so the animation will finish right here. Okay, I want you to go ahead and try this yourself. You can play with these. As you can see, I can make a glitchy effect, Mr. Robot style text animation. I can make anything. You can make anything, simply anything. And you can increase the tracking amount. It's gonna just space the words and letters. And just like this, you can make any text animation that you want using these simple plugin. Okay, after creating some unique style animations, you can save them and use them very easily, just like this. Okay, as you can see, I've made this animation to subscribe to Scully. I'm going to change base. No, I'm going to open the preset window. As you can see, I'm going to click on this word block. I'm going to click on add, and I'm going to name it how I'm going to... I said I'm going to 10 times. Sorry guys. I'm gonna name it like this. If I use my animations by letters, I will use letters right here. Letters plus from left. As you can see, the letters plus from left added to my preset panel. So whenever I have a new project and I have multiple layers of text, I can simply click on this text. I can go on my preset window. I can click on letters from left and I can click apply to have my keyframes and animation applied on my new text layer. So go ahead, create multiple different text animations and save your preset so you can use it on your next project. Okay, the second method, Animation Composer. Now let's move on the next free option, Animation Composer. This one is honestly my go-to. As you can see, it comes with a ton of options. Here's the simple way I use it. Okay guys, first thing first, you wanna head to Google and type in Animation Composer. It's gonna bring you to this website, Mr. Horse website. You're gonna need to sign up in this website. This plugin is totally free and you don't need to pay for anything. It has a paid version, but you don't need it. You're just gonna sign up, download the app and log in, and it's gonna install in your PC and you're gonna see a Mr. Horse app on your PC. It's just simply next process that you're gonna install the app. And you can see this. After installing this app, you will see Animation Composer update or any packages that it have. You just simply need to click update or install all, and it will install this plugin on your After Effects. If you don't see your plugin right here, you can bring it up by going to Window extensions and clicking on, no, sorry, it's here, Animation Composer. As you can see, Animation Composer will bring up here. Okay, it has very user-friendly UI. As you can see, it has some motion presets that you can apply it both on PNGs and text, and we're gonna use it later on. Okay, this is the motion preset, this is the text preset. It's gonna make these changes to your text if you use them. It has multiple the title reveal things. It has some backgrounds, it has some buttons like social media follow-up, timer. It has some cool transitions, it has some glitch transitions, blah blah blah. How we gonna apply the animation on the text is by clicking on the text block and choosing one of these animations. Like I want this one, choosing in, out, and both gonna put some flags on your block, which you can see it is like this. It has a TR in and it has a TR out flag. These flags are going to show you how much it takes the text to pop in the screen, and between these two flags means how much your text will remain on the screen. And from the second flag, which is TR out, to the end of the block means how much it's gonna take for your text to go out from your screen. You can also change how it's gonna apply to your text from this little window that you can see right here. Okay, when I click on this animation, it have the from end and from the start options. If I use the from the end and click on in, it's gonna reveal from the end of the text. So one of my favorite animation is easy scale animation that you can see. It's super smooth animation on your text, and after applying your animations, you can see that in Animation Composer tab we have a new tab underneath. It's Edit tab. You can simply just change how much it takes from the start to here, from these shift transitions, from positions, from scale, but you don't need them. You would just need to use the in and out flags. Okay, at this point you might think you are done. Just apply a preset and move on, and add a subtle position animation to your text. That combination alone creates a super clean minimal look. You can also extend the animation parameters and the text block length. Just make sure you fine-tune in the slider to your timing stays perfect. Okay, these are the pro tips to make these animations look super smooth. First thing first, you can also use the motion blur option on these animations. As you can see, I've used motion blur on these Animation Composer animations. Second pro tip is don't be afraid to extend the in flag from the first of the block. What it means, it's when you extend the in flag, it's gonna take longer to reveal your animation on a screen, but it's gonna help your edits to look way more smoother. The third tip is to combine your motion presets in Animation Composer with text presets. Let's assume that we have another text layer here. Okay, you can use these motion presets, which are used by PNGs regularly, and combine them with some text. Okay, if I use the Gaussian blur in animation on my text, you can see it's gonna blur and reveal on the page. You can be creative and combine these animations with some, position keyframes or scale keyframes. And I can make these cool, animation just by combining these two. I simply combined keyframes with motion presets on Animation Composer, and that's it. You can even combine both methods and create beautiful professional edits without paying anything. But wait, how do you even take this any further and learn another thing? That's exactly what we are going to cover next. Thank you for watching. Peace out.